Hey everyone, Wanderer here. I wanted to make a quick video talking about some stuff. That way I can kind of reference this video in the future on other videos. That way I'm not trying to explain myself in every single video I make. You probably noticed that my pronunciation, my speech is a little bit different. It's because I've been having some weakness in the left side of my face. I think I first noticed this and actually mentioned it in a video I recorded about a week ago. It was on Monday, and this is Saturday morning that I'm recording this video. But basically I have had some weakness in my face. My left side of my mouth is not cooperating properly. I don't think it sounds that bad. It's not great, but I think it's okay. I can still record. Might be annoying for some of you, but you know, apologies if it is, but there's nothing I can do about it. So I kind of wanted to go over this and talk to you guys about it so that I can reference this video in the future or my other videos. That way I'm not trying to explain it and I don't have people in the comments getting upset or whatever because my voice sounds like crap. So basically, I, on Monday, noticed that my face was not cooperating, and Thursday, I think it was, it still wasn't cooperating properly, and so I went to the doctor for it. They diagnosed me with Bell's palsy, which, if you don't know what that is, basically it's, there's a nerve that controls a bunch of your face muscles, including your lips, your eyes, not your eyes, but your eyelids, and that kind of stuff, your forehead, that kind of stuff, and if it gets damaged, if that nerve gets damaged in any way, it will swell up, and because it's inside a very, very narrow corridor of bone, when it swells, it gets pinched, and when a nerve gets pinched, it causes muscle weakness to whatever muscles it controls. So yeah, that's why my face is not working properly, basically. It's a minor inconvenience, and they said that it's a very minor case. It should clear up within a couple weeks at most likely. They have me on steroids for it, so that's the good news. It should go away pretty soon. So whenever they diagnose you with this, they try to find out what the underlying cause is, because there are a lot of diseases that can cause this as a symptom that are much more serious, like you could have a stroke, for instance. Now, I'm out of the woods on that, most likely, because if you're going to have a stroke after having Bell's palsy, it's probably going to be in the first like couple of days after you discover that you have it. So I am probably good on that front, no big deal there. What they found after doing tests, though, is that I have very, very high blood sugar. So basically, I found out that I am diabetic, and I've known this for a while, but I haven't been properly tested. I haven't been properly taking care of it and managing it like I should, because I just didn't want to admit it, because having diabetes sucks. So on Thursday, I'd actually not eaten anything. I had been fasting just because I just didn't have time to cook in the morning and was busy at work that day, so I didn't get a chance to eat any lunch. So since I was fasting, they went ahead and did a blood test on Thursday, and my fasting blood sugar was at 300. If you know anything about diabetics and blood sugar and stuff, you want your blood sugar to be at like no more than 180. 200 is kind of like the most you ever want to see on your blood sugar. That's after like you've eaten a huge meal of a bunch of carbs. So to have a resting blood sugar, a fasting blood sugar of 300 is really, really bad. That means your blood sugar is totally 100% out of control. Your body cannot regulate it anymore. You are full-blown diabetic. So they immediately started me on a medication called metformin, which helps lower your blood sugar in several ways. It makes your body stop processing sugars, and it just kind of goes through your system whenever you eat them. That includes any kind of carbs, basically. It does a whole bunch of stuff. The clickbaity title, the trip to the ER, that was kind of a lot of nothing. I mean, it wasn't nothing, but it kind of was. It was a really bullshit visit, in my opinion. Basically, I went to the ER because my doctor was worried that I might be suffering from diabetic ketoacidosis, which is whenever your blood sugar gets so high and your body just cannot process the sugar anymore at all, and it starts burning fat instead. It's really dangerous for diabetics to be in that state. It's not dangerous to be in ketosis. There's a big difference between ketosis and ketoacidosis. They're different things. Even doctors sometimes get them confused. They're getting better about it now, but anyway, that was not the case, thankfully. But I was in the emergency room for pretty much all of Thursday night. It really sucked. I basically sat there and they just martyred me for like 6 or 7 hours, and I stared at a wall. It was the worst, most boring night of my life. But the combination of eating not a high carb, but like a regular, what people would consider a regular meal, eating that plus the steroids they put me on, plus my unmanaged blood sugar, and just starting on metformin, which it hasn't really had a chance to kick in yet, my blood sugar was up to like 450 that evening, which is really dangerous. That's a really high level. 600 plus is where you go into a coma, basically. So they monitored me, they gave me some insulin. It did nothing for me, by the way. Insulin just didn't work at all. Apparently they didn't give me a very big dose. My doctor was kind of mystified by the small dose they gave me for how high my blood sugar was. But anyway, I got out of there and they just told me, don't eat anything before talking to your doctor. They said, just don't go home. If you go home, you know, don't eat anything. Don't touch any food until you talk to your doctor in the morning. So of course I got back in. My blood sugar was much better in the morning then. It was down to 250. So that's a lot better than 450, obviously, but still not good. We want to get it down below 200. That's like my goal right now. So, no, sorry, I take it back. It was 290 on Friday at the doctor, which is still not good, but again, a lot better than 450. It was down to 260 by the time I got home on Friday evening. And then this morning, Saturday, it was a lot better. It's down to 245. So, and that's after eating a big meal, a big ketogenic meal. So basically, I have to make a lot of lifestyle changes, guys. I have to do a lot of stuff that I'm used to doing it. I did do the ketogenic diet before, which ketogenic is very low carb, very high fat, and moderate protein. So you eat things like bacon and steak and eggs and lots of wonderful high fat foods. It's not a horrible diet by any means. I did it for about 6 months just to lose some weight in the past and had no issues with it, but it is kind of boring. You do kind of crave some sugar after a while. You know, you want those carbs, you want some rice or some potatoes or whatever, but you just can't have them, not if you're diabetic like I am. So that's like the good news. As far as, you know, I'm getting it under control. I expect that my blood sugar will be back down to a normal range as long as I continue on the keto diet and keep taking my metformin. I should be back down to normal within a week or two. And then from there on out, it's just going to be maintenance. Just make sure I don't do anything stupid like eat a whole bunch of donuts or something. The bad news is that the medications I'm on, they just, they're really rough. It just plays havoc with your gut, put it that way. And I'll probably be requesting to work from home for a week or two and see if my boss will let me do that, because I just can't see going into work with this. I mean, I feel fine now. Like, it's like 4 hours of just feeling awful in the morning after I take my medication, and then a couple hours of feeling awful in the evening when I get home and take my medication as well. So there are large periods of the day where I feel fine, like right now, which I'm about to record a whole bunch of Frost videos, but you know, this morning for like 3 or 4 hours, I felt like complete and utter garbage after taking the medication. But it's working, and it's an adjustment period. I have to get through this, and I'll feel better once I do. So in a couple weeks, I'll be back to normal, and I won't have to deal with this crap in the morning anymore. I can go back to work full time, not have to work from home at all. You know, so the upside here is that it's managed. It's not life-threatening or anything. Most people, a lot of people anyways, that go on diabetic medication like this, they end up taking insulin eventually, and they end up just kind of dying, because the problem with taking insulin is that it makes you gain weight, and the more weight you gain, the more resistant to insulin you become, and the more insulin you have to take, and the more weight you gain, and you can see how that just kind of leads to you dying eventually. It doesn't treat the base problem, which is that your body simply cannot handle carbohydrates anymore, whereas going on a low-carb diet, a very low-carb ketogenic diet, does fix that problem. You no longer are burning carbs for energy, you're burning fat for energy. And like I said, I've done this before, and I felt great while I was doing it. It's just a bit of adjustment period whenever you're getting onto it, but after that, it's fine. It's just I kind of got bored with it and slipped into my old habits. But now that I know that, hey, it's kind of life-threatening if I do that, I probably will have a lot more motivation to stay on it. So anyway, I just wanted to get this out there to you guys. I wanted to talk about it and let you know what's going on, because I know there'll be questions about my pronunciation and stuff, about my voice and everything. I get really tired of answering every person that's going to ask about it in the comments on like new videos, because I'm sure there'll be people that won't watch this video that will watch my other videos and say, why does your voice sound like crap, you know? Well, this is why. I expect it to get better in a week or two. I don't want to quit making videos during this period, because I am really kind of reliant on the income that's coming in from these videos in order to make sure I pay to pay my medical bills and car payment and, you know, house payment and all that stuff. Well, not house payment, I rent, but you know what I mean, my rent and all that kind of stuff. I need this channel, I need the money to pay bills. So I don't want to stop making videos, because if I stop making videos, I stop making money off the channel. And I enjoy making videos too, you know, what would I do with it all day if I wasn't making videos? So I don't want to stop, but, you know, people are going to ask why my voice sounds like it does right now. Finally, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for all the support, all the views on the videos. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying this series so much, and you're enjoying it as much as I am having fun making it for you. So, yep, thank you so much for that, and have a good one.